Today in this lecture, let us see about extended transition function. Okay, we have already known the term transition function, that is del. Okay, you can represent transition function in one of two notations. The first one, transition diagram. The second one, transition table. Okay, so how to represent transition functions on these, that is transition diagram and transition table. Okay, these are the two notations used to represent transition function. We can represent transition function in the symbol del. Okay, so transition function, which means it starts with a state, right? It starts with a state and take a symbol or take a alphabet as input and moves to another state. Okay, this is the mapping. Actually, this is the actual mapping happened in the transition function, either in the transition diagram or in the transition table. Right, in the previous lecture, I have covered various problems related to how to construct DFA. So on encountering on these problems, come to know that so transition function means it starts with a state and take a alphabet as input and move to the another state. Okay, so this is the actual definition of transition function, that is del. What do you mean by extended transition function? Let us see on extended transition function. So it is also a simple concept in automata theory. So actually, extended transition function which represents del cap. Okay, so extended transition function which represented by del cap. Transition functions is represented by del. So it describes what happens when we start in any state and follow any sequence of inputs. Okay, so actually the definition of del cap, which is it is a function. It is also a function that takes a state q. It also starts from any state q, and the input which is here is string. Okay, so it takes a state q and a string w and returns a state p. Okay, this is the difference between transition function and extended transition function. In transition function, it takes the input as a single input, a symbol, or it can be an alphabet. But in extended transition function, the input it should be string, that is collection of input alphabets. Okay, so we can define extended transition function in terms of induction method. So what do you mean by induction method? So induction method means there are two representations. The first one basis, second one induction. Okay, so the basis part. Come to the basis part. Okay, so this is already we have gone through this basics part, which means what is the meaning of this basis part, which means del cap of q comma epsilon. Epsilon means null string equal q comma epsilon equal q only. Okay, so what is the meaning of this basis part? So if a state receiving the input as epsilon means, or null string means, it doesn't move to go any other state. It is being in the same state only, right? So in my previous lecture, this is this basis part I have already covered in the some problems, like the problems which started with the language epsilon. Okay, in some problems what's the first step? You have to write the language for the given problem statement. In some problems the language should start with epsilon. So what is the case of epsilon? On receiving epsilon as input, or receiving the null string as input, a given state is being stayed in, being in the same state only. It doesn't go any other state. Okay, this is the basis part. Next we have extended induction part. So I have taken the string omega or w. So w is a string of the form xa. Okay, so w, which means w equal to xa. What do you mean by a? A means last symbol of w. Okay, so a means the last symbol of w. The remaining part which will be covered in the x part. Okay, so for example, w equal to 1101 means a means the last symbol 1. The remaining 110 which is comes to the part x. Next, how can we calculate the del cap? So del cap of q comma w equal del of, actually for calculating del cap we can use transition function only. Okay, so del of del cap of q comma x comma a. So this is the definition. This is the definition of how we can represent the transition function, extended transition function in terms of transition function. Okay, so so here the W is divided into two parts, X and Y part. What is the meaning of this statement? On encountering A, you first finish the part of X, then only you will come to the part of A. Okay, so this is actually the meaning of this part, this equation. So let us take del cap of q comma x. Yes, take this part del cap of q comma x. Definitely this part on receiving x, the state q definitely will move to the some other state, right? That state will taken as p. So we can reduce the statement which is del cap of q comma w equal to del of p comma a. Okay, so this is the definition of, this is the equation of the extended transition function. So for calculating extended transition function, we should use the transition function. Okay, let us see on an example. So this part actually they may ask for 2 mark university exams. So on that they are given a transition table and string as input. Okay, so this is the transition table. So transition table is nothing but transition function. Okay, so how can you represent the transition function in terms of either transition diagram or transition table? Okay, for this example they have given the input as transition table. In some such cases they have given the input as transition diagram. In such cases they have given the input as the problematic statement. So you are going to construct your transition diagram from the given problem. Okay, so there are many possibilities are possible. Here the inputs are transition table as well as the string. Okay. So summary of the calculation. Let us see the summary part. First, starting with the basis part, del cap of q naught. So this is the starting state. Okay, del cap of q naught comma epsilon, which means definitely q naught, which is the basis part of. This is the basis part, right? Then, if any state receive, which means if any state receiving null string as input means, then it is being in the same state only. Next, del cap of actual string, preceding the actual string. What is your actual string? 110101. Okay, so starting with the first one, del cap of q naught comma 1. Okay, you can divide this part which is equal to del of, seeing the previous section, previous equation, del of, right? This. So del of del cap of q naught comma epsilon null string comma 1. You can divide this part into 2. This is actually the p part. Okay. We have already this part which is equal q naught in the previous step. Okay, we have already solved here. So del cap of q naught comma epsilon, which means q naught. So del of q naught comma 1. Del of q naught comma 1 means del q naught, so on receiving input 1, q naught goes to q1. So this part is over. Next, del cap of q naught comma 1 1. Next two strings. How can you divide the string? So last part coming to the a part, remaining part are comes to the x part, right? So del cap of q naught comma 1 comma 1. So what's the answer of del cap of q naught comma 1? The answer of del cap of q naught comma 1 is q1. So del of q1 comma 1. So what is the value of q1 on receiving 1? q1 moves to q naught. Okay, this part is also over. Next, del cap of q naught comma next three part 1 1 0. So how do you 1 1 0? How can you split? So this is a part and the remaining is x part. So what's the answer of q naught comma 1 1? Already we have solved q0. So del of q0 comma 0 on receiving 0, q naught del of q0 comma 2, del of q0 comma 0, right? Del q2, right here, q2. So Q2 over. Next, del cap of Q naught comma next 4 string 1 1 1 1 0 1. So can you divide A part X part? So you have already solved this part. Answer of this part Q2. So del of Q2 comma 1, del of Q2 comma 1 Q3 from the table, del of Q2 comma 1 Q3. Next, last part, this 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. So how can you split 1 1 0 1 and 0? This is the A part. So we have already solved. What's the answer here? So Q3, del of Q3 comma 0, which is Q1. Del of Q3 comma 0, which is Q1. Next, whole string. How can we split the string? This is A part. Remainings are X part. So del cap of 1 1 0 1 0 already solved Q1. So del of Q1 comma 1 Q0. Q1 comma 1 Q0. This is the way of how to solve the extended transition function. How to calculate the extended transition function for the given string. For this type of problem, they have given the input as a transition function in terms of either transition diagram or transition table and a string. Okay, so we are going to calculate the extended transition function for the string. Okay, this is the actual problem in extended transition function. Okay, see you on the next lecture. Thank you.